Last thing, Leah, stand up for me. Now, she doesn't even know this is happening. And most of the youth down at Young Power, they know at any given moment you could be called on. So you better be paying attention. Glad you weren't asleep. Good. Now I'm going to blindfold Leah. I don't want you to look. Now I've known this young lady since her birth. It's like my niece. Do you trust Uncle Al? All right. Leah, turn to your left. Yeah, turn to the left. I need you to follow the directions very carefully. Turn to your left. Now, very slowly, I need you to begin walking straight. Keep going. Now turn, now stop. Turn to your right. Walk straight. Take very slow steps. Walk straight. Someone needs a touch today. The touch comes from hearing the voice of God. When you can't feel it, when you can't see, you've got to be able to hear God's voice. Stay still. I need you to keep walking toward me. Keep walking straight. Keep walking straight. You're doing great. Straight feet. Keep walking straight. Keep walking straight. Leah, you're going to turn right. You know what? We're going to take this challenge. Leah, keep coming straight. Let me get that tape. Let me get that. Leah, stop. Turn left. Come straight. You're going to walk straight. Follow me. Turn right. Keep coming straight. Just keep coming straight. Brandon, help her up the steps. Stop. There's a step 1, another step 2, 3, 4. Keep coming to the sound of my voice. Keep coming. Keep going. Do you trust me? Keep going. Do you trust me? Keep going. This is what God is saying to many of us. Do you trust me? Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Stop. Turn right. Right there. Stop. No. Come back. Stand right there. Look straight ahead. You're right there. Leah, have a seat. Have a seat. Do you trust? No. Come on. Yeah, have a seat. I need 5 more minutes of your time.
Teach. Leah, get up.
Now you see she didn't move.
Leah, get up.
She didn't get up. Leah, only listen to my voice. You've got to learn to hear the voice of God. There will be people in your atmosphere. There will be people surrounding you that will give you directions. They will tell you what they think you should do. But you have to hear the voice of God. If that woman decided to listen to her family, friends, and doctors, she would not have pressed to get to Jesus. You have to will yourself to do the unthinkable. That's what faith is. Now, I can promise you this. If Leah knew how ridiculous she looked right now, she probably wouldn't have done it. If you knew along this 12-year process, along the process of your life, if you knew how ridiculous you looked, we do not realize how ridiculous we look walking in faith. It doesn't make sense to trust that God will restore my marriage. Christina Cherie Motley, stand on your feet. It doesn't make sense that God will restore me and my wife after almost a year of separation. But you can't tell me what God can't do. Because if God can save me and my wife's marriage and save our legacy, then God can change your life. You can't tell me God's been too good. He's proven himself to me. I just have to listen. I can't hear what everybody's saying. Y'all might as well just go separate. Y'all might as well just call it quits. Both y'all could probably do better. That ain't God's will. We don't want to move because we look ridiculous. But faith is radical. Let me tell you something. When I got here Friday night and I saw 100 kids wide awake on coffee and soda and chips and candy talking about we gonna stay up all over, I realized we need a radical church in this radical day and age. My heart was excited to know that we have a bishop and a pastor who don't mind being radical in this day and age so that faith can be seen and not just heard. It takes a radical church to say, we're going to do that. We're going to make that happen. It takes radical leadership, T and Derek. I love you too. To say we're going to labor. CPR staff, I love y'all. It takes radical faith. To be willing to miss Sundays from September to June. While we get a chance to enjoy service and offering, and we get a chance to enjoy what's happening in the festivities of church and the family time and worship, they are laboring. They don't ask for pay. That takes radical faith. Because I'm not doing it for me. I'm doing it for the generation to come. It takes radical faith. Radical faith. It takes radical faith for the Beckett twins. Where they at? I see one. Stand up, sis. To put together a company called Blue Well and say we're going to target ages 19 to 40. And we're going to have a social gathering where God can be lifted up and they can enjoy themselves. And we don't have to worry about cussing, drinking, and people getting shot. But we're going to find different avenues and different ways to go reach them. That takes radical faith. You ain't getting paid a whole lot of money to do something for Jesus. But that's not what it's about. Because God will bless. We speak life to Blue Well. We speak life to Blue Well. What God has called you to do, the gifts and the talents will make room for you. I'm done. Yeah, you can take that off. Now, you see where you are, Leah? Now, I picked Leah because I know she is super duper shy. So for her right now to be up here in front of, yeah, I'm snitching. I'm telling everybody. I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to use the word snitching. Forgive me. I got to use a better word. Okay, we're not going to use that word snitching. All right? Testify to the fact. I'm going to tell them the fact that you yourself are shy. But you're here. The promise, listen. The promise, though you didn't look for it, you couldn't get it on your own, will have you not just seated, but have you elevated before men. Not just have you seated, but elevated before men. That's what the promise does. But the process is listening to the voice of God. The process is submitting your will to his will and fighting. Resting.